Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got some special guests in the building.
Yes, indeed.
From the Jasmine brand, we have Jasmine. Welcome.
Thank you.
And we have Ernest Dukes.
Ernst?
What up?
You call you Ernst?
Why you do me like
Ernest
that?
Dukes. I don't know. I call him Ern Dukes. I don't know. Ernest here. What's up?
Oh my God.
Good morning,
What would you like us
Ernest.
to call you, Ern?
That's fine. That works for me.
All right.
That works for me.
Salute to Jasmine brand, man. Jasmine brand, y'all really have grown.
We have. We've been
A lot.
we have been around for just as long as I think you guys have. And this is my second time being here. I don't think I met Envy before.
No, I wasn't here last time.
I've never had the pleasure. So I'm excited to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Very overrated experience.
Well, this is such an important show, and it's you guys are a part of popular culture, and so it's always exciting to be here. And you guys are really expanding. I love how you guys are doing the political coverage now. I think that's really dope, and I learned so much more. I'm clearly entertained by you guys, but I'm learning a lot more listening to the show. So I hope you guys know how significant you are to popular culture.
Well, thank you. You too, Jasmine.
Yeah, that's how I feel about the Jasmine brand. That's why I said the Jasmine brand has grown. Like, you know, at one point it was only like the baller alerts in the shade rooms, but now you got to throw the Jasmine brands in there and the Hollywood Unlocked.
Yeah, it's a lot of us. I mean, I started off like it was just me, party of one, and then we grew. I have a business partner. His name is Meyer. We have a staff. We have people in Atlanta, D.C., New York. I think there's a misconception that is kind of me. And it's not me. I think I'm more involved more behind the scenes, the business, the exclusives. I get involved sometimes because those are usually sensitive, but it's not me. And it's grown into actual business, and we have a team, and we got lawyers, and we got to pay our taxes.
Is it hard having your name and your face as like the face of the Jasmine
I should not
brand?
have named it Jasmine
Yes,
brand.
because when they got beef, they can come right to you. Even
Yeah,
if you
well,
didn't
the thing
post
is,
the story.
the thing is, a lot of times I'm not as familiar as I should be with what's going on, and people come like somebody's mom just. Tokyo Tony just went in on me, and I was just like, I don't even know what we said, So I think, looking back, first of all, I started off as a hobby. It wasn't supposed to become this thing. It was supposed to be like entertainment, and like from objective sort of neutral space, and we have writers now, and we try to keep that same stance, but it's called the Jasmine brand. So people come for me, just like sometimes I'm sure things that Charlamagne says, people may say. Hey, Envy, or hey, Angela, y'all said this, and you're kind of like,
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you're like, I didn't say it, and I can't say I didn't say it because it's called the Jasmine brand. But so it gets tricky. But if I had to look, looking back, I would have named it something else for sure.
Like the Ernest brand.
I would have called it the Ernest brand for sure.
Ernest want all the smoke.
Now, Ernest, let's talk about you, Ernest, and what you do, because there's a lot of people that you brought up here to the Breakfast Club.
Ernest making money. You see Ernest watch.
I know.
Ernest got
You
a
see that?
You see that sweater?
You see this Fashion Nova sweater he has on?
Got air.
He was getting his beard trimmed in the lobby.
What?
In the lobby.
I just was talking about his beard.
Really?
Okay.
Why do you believe what he says?
I believe him.
So, Ernest, let's talk about what it is that you do and how you and Jasmine are connected and what you have happening.
Ernest money, dog.
We're back for the second year for the Ernest Living Tour. We're going nationwide, teaching people about branding. And so Jasmine did the tour with me last year. We did every single stop together. And this year I'm dragging her back again for some more. So
Who else is on the Ernest Living Tour?
Well, Angela Yee was on the Ernest Living Tour, but she canceled on me.
She canceled on you?
I'm taking my mom on
I was like,
vacation.
Yeah. Okay.
He said, yeah.
Shout out to
I'll
Mama.
come to another date.
Yeah, but this year we had Tammy Roman, we have Lala Milan, we have Nene Leakes, we have Remy Ma, and then oddly enough, so last year I had a bunch of different celebrities on it, right? And so people started coming just for celebrities, and I felt almost like a club promoter.
Right.
Like people didn't even care what we was talking about; they just wanted a photo. And so this year I kind of took a step back from announcing as many people who were on it and making it more of a surprise, because I want people to come for the knowledge and not for the photo op or to turn up for the gram. You know?
So why don't you get the celebrities that are actually talking about something?
Well, those celebrities are talking about stuff.
Okay.
You don't feel?
I didn't even hear you say this now, to be honest.
I know you don't be listening.
He
When
said
I'm
Tammy
talking.
Roman,
It's
he
okay.
said Lala
It's
Milan.
okay. They all be talking about stuff.
Okay.
Everyone's self-made. Last year, I had Nick Cannon do a bunch of the stops with me, and he's talking about all the stuff that he, longevity in his career for the most part, and then being able to balance being on camera talent, behind the scenes, investing, stuff like that. You know.
Let's
You
talk
should
about
come on the tour and talk about some business stuff.
I don't do anything.
Yes, you do. I saw you at Macy's having a full
did not
block party
see
on the
that.
third floor.
This is a lie, Ernest. That is a lie.
On
That never
34th
happened.
Street.
That never happened.
All right, I got the
Well, let's
footage.
talk about your
Jesus, I'm
journey,
sure.
Ernest, into how you got to where you are, where all these people are actually down to work with you.
I started off as
Yeah, what do you do, Ern? Tell the people.
I'm a publicist, but I started off as an assistant for Keisha Cole back in maybe 10 years ago.
Ooh, was that a difficult job?
It was so difficult.
Really?
So difficult.
What Keisha Cole, though? Because there was a couple of different Keisha Coles throughout her career.
The first one?
We lived in Cleveland. And
Okay, so with
lived in
Boobie and
Cleveland
them.
when she was a boobie. And it was like towards the end of that situation. It was a rough job for me. And we ended up dissolving our, working relationship. And then maybe like 2 years later, I came back on board as her publicist. So it came full circle for me.
Wow.
Like in high school, I was interning for a PR company. It's always what I wanted to do. And then it wasn't until I turned 21, I started my own business. And from there, like, I've been able to work with Keisha Cole, of course, K. Michelle, 112, Nick Cannon, Jeezy, Tammy Roman, Fashion Nova, Wilberforce University.
So Fashion Nova. So if anybody needs anything from Fashion Nova, they hit you up, right?
For the most
Or if
part.
there's any issues, they didn't get their
Or
package.
something. No, don't hit me. Don't hit me for that. I forward them to customer service. I don't do customer service. It's
I
funny
know.
though. Whenever I post about them, my comments are always like, I didn't get this, or can I get a promo code? I'm like, the jeans are $12. Like, what you need a promo code for? But no,
Ernest, don't assume that $12 is, we don't want a deal on $12.
But look what he's wearing. Like,
Yeah,
Please
Ern comes through though. A lot of times we do something for people that don't have it, and if I donate money, Ern will come right behind me with a Fashion Nova box for people. Pause,
Yeah.
pause. You,
Why you pausing that?
because she started laughing over there. I said, Ern come right behind me. She
Oh
started
my
getting
God,
really
grow
laughing.
up, guy.
And I was laughing at Fashion
I didn't
Nova
even catch
box.
it.
My
I
God.
was even laughing at that.
But Fashion Nova sends a box right behind me,
That's
courtesy of Ern, and I always appreciate that.
That's
And
funny as
actually,
hell.
you were the one that got Fashion Nova on board to donate to Change for Change.
Yeah.
This last
Who we
year.
donating to this year?
I don't know. That's a good question.
No idea.
We haven't
We
figured it
have
out
some
yet.
ideas, but we haven't announced it yet. But we'll let you know.
I think we
Let me
was a
know.
year early on the mental health wave.
Why?
Oh, yeah, I remember
it was
you
right on
did that,
time. You
yeah.
had the book and everything out.
Yeah, but I think it's more of a conversation around it this year. You know what I mean? And I think celebrity plays a big part into it too, because like we raised money for Project 375 last year, which is Brandon Marshall's
Shout out to
foundation.
Brandon Marshall.
But imagine if you imagine if you raised money for Taraji P Henson's foundation. People
Right.
want to support because it's Taraji. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think it has to have a celebrity element though?
In this era, yeah, I think so. I just don't think people get involved with causes unless it's some type of celebrity attached to it.
I just like the way y'all do it because the radiothon, so people get to come up and talk and give money.
Absolutely.
It was too
People out here,
early, though.
people out here be clout chasing.
Mental health is just way too early. Like people are
It was a
talking
year
about
early.
it
I would like us to do
more
something
now.
with prison reform.
Oh yeah,
That would be dope. That would be
I'm working
really
with
good.
Remy. She's doing a lot with prison reform.
Yeah, I think that would be great.
We could raise money for reform,
Yeah,
but even though it's a lot of people already with money behind that organization.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, after seeing that movie, I mean, I know y'all
Yes.
saw it.
Oh my God.
What movie?
When They See Us.
Yes.
Like even maybe doing something with the Innocence Project, I think is dope as well.
Yeah, because they
Come
definitely
through,
still,
Earl,
they
with the
definitely still need
ideas.
it.
I'm just saying that's what I do.
Did Charlamagne ever match the money that you put up?
Charlamagne, I don't know. No, I heard Charlamagne gave 5,000,
I did.
How much did you give her?
25,000.
I never said I was gonna match
It's all right. We have a whole new year though.
Okay, all right.
We're
So
giving it to
Jasmine-
the Innocence Project.
Jasmine, you have some new things happening with the Jasmine brand that you haven't done before. Some new initiatives that you're starting.
Yeah, well, actually, we are doing this Shattering Ceilings brunch celebrating entertainment, Black women in entertainment. We're doing that during BT Awards weekend. We're also doing a men's one. I'm all about celebrating people while they're here, you know, and I just kind of hate seeing how we celebrate a lot of times people when they're gone. So we're doing that for Black women in entertainment. You know how I feel about Black people.
Tell us how you feel.
And then also we are launching a bunch of digital, scripted, and non-scripted shows. So we're actually buying shows. People are sending stuff in, and we're doing most of that. We're shooting at the end of this year, so we'll be launching that at the beginning of next year. So some of it's celebrity-driven. Other stuff is lifestyle, sports, music, business, that sort of
How
thing.
can people submit?
TJBstaff@gmail.com. But people usually just DM us or that sort of thing.
And speaking of shows, I'm an executive producer on Tammy Roman's new spinoff, Tammy Ever After, and we premiere on VH1 at the end of this month.
Go ahead, Ernest.
Congrats,
I'm just saying.
That's
No,
what I'm
congrats to
talking about,
Tammy,
Ern.
but yeah.
Ernest, you had a good come up from a scammer, man, to what you're doing now.
It takes one to know one. It takes one to know one.
Oh, okay. That's why they call him Money Earning. Okay.
Money earning, earning.
Money earning. Now, people want to come to your seminar. What can they do? Your panels. Where can they? When the next panel? When is the next seminar?
They can go to ErnestLivingTour.com and all the dates and tickets and stuff are on there. And I would say something before we get out of here because I feel we getting wrapped up. But
You can feel when everybody about to wrap
I
something
feel
up.
it. Everyone feels.
He's like, no, go ahead and tell him.
Yeah, exactly.
Were you at Tammy's wedding last year?
No, I was producing something for Nicki Minaj for BT.
Okay.
But they eloped, so there was no one there actually. It's just Tammy, Reggie, and Mona Scott. So
Mona Scott was there?
she produced the show.
Oh.
Yeah, she's a producer on it. But I would say earlier this year I put on Instagram that I was gonna retire from PR at the end of this year.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone kept asking me about it. So because I have this platform, I want to say I was tripping. I'm not going nowhere, you know.
You also have the book out?
Oh, yeah, I have a book out, Caption God, you know, to get your captions right on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to say, no, because, like, a lot of things I teach people on this tour, like millennials, it's tough out here, you know, to be, like, an entrepreneur. And so, like, we all have our dark days. And so when I said that, like, it was a dark moment for me. But because I do have this platform, I just want to encourage millennials that, you know, a lot of times we can be so focused on winning that we don't realize that we've already won. And for me, like how I got out of that moment was like, it was like through like a lot of prayer. Like I didn't have a manual, but I had a mother, like a praying mother. And so I just want to tell people who are listening, you know, God's grace is sufficient. And, you know, in my weakness is his strength perfected in me.
Go
and
ahead,
so for
Ern.
all of you entrepreneurs out there who are listening and want to be in this position and be on the Breakfast Club, or you want to have a business and, you know, it's so repetitive and competitive, like just be faithful and stand on your faith and know that, you know, the same God who did it for you and who did it for you and for you can do it for them as well. You know what I mean?
Right.
Absolutely.
Amazing,
Yeah.
Ernest.
Thank you for
And a
joining
lot of people
us.
are asking me. A lot of people are asking me about your
Fine,
Caption
Ern.
God book because I mentioned your Caption God book on the show because you
Yeah.
have amazing captions on there.
Yeah.
And that is actually something that's really important for branding. Also, what you put on Instagram
It is so important.
and the captions.
Because I
and
be
you-
having fire pictures too, and then I don't have the right caption. It just be sitting in my drafts, you know?
Yeah, so that's the name of the book that everybody kept asking me about.
Yeah,
You
caption
think,
guy.
Jasmine, do you think you're redefining the stereotype of bloggers?
Well, I don't consider myself a blogger.
She
Okay.
gets so pissed when people say
Well,
blogger.
Oh, my fault.
Well, no, because I feel like it's limited. I feel like I have an entertainment site. We got 15 plus people. I have people across the country. I have correspondents. I have a lawyer. I have accountants, and we reach out for comments. So I feel like we operate like a small newsroom. So I don't know if I changed the narrative. I know I think back in the day when I started, it was just a blog, and I was a blogger, and I feel like people used to feel like we would sit behind our computers. We really couldn't speak. We weren't educated.
Didn't vet
we were
nothing.
messy. We didn't vet anything. And the thing that's frustrating to me is that I feel like the same type of stories that my site runs and other site runs, the Us Weekly run the same type. People run the same type. TMZ run the same headlines, but people don't necessarily go. I mean, people go to TMZ, but people don't necessarily go to those sites. So they'll say things like, "You guys, black sites are so messy." I'm like, Cosmo had the same headline.
Word.
Like, so I feel like there's a double standard. And I don't know if I'm changing it, but I can only kind of move and operate the way that, you know, I know how.
Gotcha.
But what's your biggest story of the year so far?
I don't know. I just over the weekend we broke that Young Miami is allegedly pregnant, which, you know, we've done everybody's what
No,
say
I'm
like
just-
that.
She said that's not true though.
We had this conversation. That's why I think it's
Well,
funny.
okay. Well, she says it's not true, then it's not true. But you'll see, you know, whatever. So I think I can't. I mean, we've done like big divorces and pregnancies and lawsuits. But that was just one that we just did that.
Right. Is it true that black men don't cheat? Because I know.
It is absolutely true. Black men don't cheat.
Hey, black men don't cheat. We changing the narrative, baby. All
All right,
right.
I'm gonna go look at the Jasmine brand right now and see if there's any cheating stories.
Definitely are.
They're not fully black then.
I don't know them niggas.
That's how
Must be a
funny.
black real nigga. Or a black boy. Black men don't cheat.
All right. Well, Ern, we appreciate you for joining us.
And what's the
Jasmine, Thank you
website?
so much.
TheJasmineBrand.com.
Ernest, for you.
ErnestLivingTour.com.
All right. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.